Alright, let's see. What is the title of this video? Plagued Moth, Survivor, Victimizer. So is that a band he's starting? Oh, no, wait. This is about... Oh, right, of course. This is about the fact that Plagued Moth says he's a voice for victims. Actually says that his entire channel, the basis for his channel, in its entirety, is to get out the voices of victims. Really, the guy who reacts to people being murdered with laughter and jokes, and at their expense, by the way, he claims that he's doing it to help victims. Then why would it be that you make fun of Junko Furuta, who pretty much is only known for being the victim of a horrible, horrible murder and rape? Like, this is somebody who went through absolute fucking hell, and you make, jokes about her and you make fun of what happened to her. That doesn't seem like you're a voice of victims. It seems like you just victimize people all over again. And when you ask Plague Moth about why he does this, he'll go, boo-hoo, cry about it, cope, they're dead, they don't care, who cares, ha ha ha, we. That doesn't sound like somebody who cares very much about victims, which again is what Plague Moth said about himself. Make no mistake, this is no pearl clutching, this is no moral grandstanding. This is just pointing out the hypocrisy of a dipshit. Now, what I really want to address here is the fact that Plague Moth is actively undermining a group of survivors of sexual assault, and he is calling them liars. Why? Because he doesn't like me. A while back I had a bit of a disagreement with Nick Spheres, a horror YouTuber. After I started beefing with Nick Spheres, someone came forward with a document, a Google Doc, related to sexual abuse that Nick Spheres had allegedly perpetrated against some of her exes. Yeah, there were multiple posts about this, and Nick Spheres even acknowledged the fact that these people actually did know her and that they were actually connected. These aren't just random people who appeared out of nowhere. Now, when I was given this information, I did what I do whenever I'm given information like this, and I signal boosted it. I said, here's some information from people who claim that they're victims of something. I, want people to be able to get their voice out, to get their word out, because unlike Plagued Moth, I actually would like to help victims. I don't tell people to kill themselves like Plague Moth does, while putting up a suicide hotline number in my description as if it whitewashes away, legitimately telling people to die. Now, this recently came to a head with Plague Moth lying, yet again, for the 5 millionth fucking time, saying that he had an audio recording of me, saying that I made up the allegations against Nick Spheres, which doesn't make any fucking sense because they originally came from someone else anyway. Let's look at that clip right now where Plague Moth just wholesale lies to his audience because he thinks they're a bunch of dipshits.
He goes on to accuse them of course, grooming, rape, like straight up rape, and a bunch of other things based on word of mouth. No actual evidence provided, just he says that he did this, she did this. It's fucking... It's bad. I want to play that proof real quick. I got, actually... Oh, that's good. They covered your content and monetized it, and the chat logs actually said that they don't have a right to monetize your content. They told you fuck you, and you immediately started saying that they were a rapist and groomer. Why did you do that?
Because somebody contacted me because I was fighting with Nick Spheres.
That we're not done. There's still about 30 more seconds of clip. I'm just saying, what the fuck? So right there, he already admitted to false rape allegations.
So did you notice what's not in that clip that he played? If you said that I never said anything about lying about the allegations, then you'd be correct. Plague Moth just made up something that isn't in the clip he played. Then he played the clip and once again said some made up thing was in there. It's fucking abysmal. And all of this just to try to deny the claims of alleged victims, simply to try to win an internet argument. He has decided to say that these people are lying about sexual assault. What the fuck, Moth? Denying somebody's story just because you don't like them. How would you like if somebody did that to you, Moth? You are, by your own words, a victim of all these things, and you say that is why you have a deep understanding of these issues, and you support these people, and you're such a powerful voice for them on this platform. I mean, Moth, if you've been in that position, why the absolute fuck are you trying to undermine other survivors? Why are you trying to say that people are lying and throwing them under the bus just to try to get points against me in an internet argument? That is foul, Plagued Moth. That is really fucking foul. Especially when you will use your history as a shield to deflect criticism in situations where it is not relevant to the conversation, but then you will deny other people when they come forward and they take that bold step to be vulnerable and say that something horrible happened to them. It gets worse and worse, folks. By the way, just to shit on Plagued Moth a little bit more, let's go back and listen to what I actually said in the video where I was talking about the allegations of Nick's fears. Everybody ready? Alright, let's go. I'm not saying that all of this is legitimate. I'm not saying that all of this is true. I'm not saying I support one side or the other. I'm asking, why does this always fucking happen? I'm not saying that all of this is legitimate. I'm not saying that all of this is true. I'm not saying I support one side or the other.